Yo, what is up guys? Welcome back to yet another Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be taking a look at a weapon that recently got a very nice buff in update 2.14, and that weapon is the Black Scorpion-4SR. Now, I was lucky enough to actually hop on somebody's account and use this weapon last night, and my god, I was tearing people apart, and it just felt so fun because this is a weapon that, to be honest with you, I have never given a chance up until I would say, you know, 2-3 days ago, because that's when I really started looking for a good role. And once I couldn't get one on my account, I kind of turned to my community and asked them if they had anything good, and this guy had himself a fantastic role. Now, before all of this, before the buffs, before Forsaken, before even the DLCs came out like Warmind and Curse of Osiris, the last time that I used a rapid fire scout rifle, and I'm not making this up guys, was in the beta of Destiny 2. That was the first and last time that I used a rapid fire, but today I'm here to tell you guys that they're actually pretty damn good in the Crucible, and if you know how to strafe and crouch shoot properly, these things can be extremely deadly, especially if you have yourself a very good perk combination. Now, what I ended up doing was going to the gunsmith, and I turned in 3,000 or 4,000 gunsmith materials, and not only did I not get myself a good roll, I didn't even get a single Black Scorpion. Don't really know why. I mean, I guess my RNG is just that bad, but I'm really thankful that Epic Gamer Guy let me use his account. He had a role that I would consider close to God roll. You know, there might be something that you could probably get that's a little bit better, but he had himself a fantastic role here. So what he has is steady rounds, and that's something that you should shoot for on this weapon no matter what. That's like a staple that you want on this. Then he also had moving target, and on top of moving target, he actually had rampage, and that's not maybe the greatest role that you can get. There's definitely different combinations of good perks that you can use, but it's definitely nowhere near a bad role. I usually don't do this, but today I'm actually going to give you guys a few perks that I want you to steer clear of for this weapon if you are going for a god roll with the gunsmith. Now, I do warn you guys, the gunsmith is a little bit of a sob these days, alright? It feels like this guy is no longer working for us, the Guardians, and it feels like this guy is now like a casino blackjack dealer, because he's just straight up robbing people of their materials. Anyways, the two perks that you guys want to stay away from, in my opinion, is Snapshot and Outlaw. Those are two perks that for the most part people are thinking are very well rounded, and for most weapons, you know, you'd kind of be happy with those perks to drop, but for this specific archetype, I would really recommend not going for those perks, because Outlaw doesn't help you too much because the reload speed is already incredible on this specific weapon. And for Snapshot, it's the exact same reason. The aim down speed is already really fast. So improving it just marginally, in my opinion, is really not worth it when you have a lot of other great perks like Rangefinder and Rampage to choose from in that same column. So definitely stay away from those two. Now, if you put a gun up to my head and told me to pick a godly combo that you want on the weapon, I would probably say for barrels, it's really dependent on what you want. Do you want more range? Do you want more stability? So for that, I honestly really don't care. Whatever drops, I'll use. But when it comes to everything else, that's where it really matters. So the first thing that you absolutely need is steady rounds. This is a no-brainer. Steady rounds helps you a lot on this weapon. And then for the perks, I would actually choose moving target and rampage, just like this guy had on his specific weapon. Now, the reason why I would choose moving target and rampage instead of moving target and rangefinder is because surprisingly, this weapon already has a really good amount of range. Like, it was actually shocking to me. I was competing at ranges where you'd think it'd be dominated by Polaris lances and sniper rifles and stuff like that, but I was still doing really well, and I was able to control the recoil at that distance with a controller. So that to me was very impressive, and that's one of the reasons why I would go with Rampage. Now, the other reason why I'd go with Rampage is because if you pair that with the Rampage spec, oh my goodness, it would literally turn into the breakneck and start destroying people. Like, what you're seeing in the background footage is moving target and rampage, but I did not have a rampage spec. I was using counterbalance mod instead. So if I had a rampage spec and for the masterwork I was rolled for stability, this weapon would be so incredible, and I would be using this non-stop and pairing it with the last word. And that's another thing I wanted to mention. Don't feel pressure to use a shotgun with this weapon. It's actually very good to combo it it with the last word, because up close and personal, the last word will shut down shotguns, and the Black Scorpion will essentially have your back in any other ranged department, and like I mentioned, it's very good at that far distance as well. But that is going to do it for the video though, guys. Thank you so much for watching. If you got yourself a Black Scorpion from the Gunsmith, comment your role down below. I would really like to know, and it makes my life a lot easier because I'll be able to blacklist you from this channel for collusion with the greasy bastard himself. Drop a like if you enjoyed, subscribe for more daily Destiny 2 content, have yourselves a great day, and I'll see you all later. Peace.